Welcome back to another episode of Swishing for McGuffin with your hosts,
George,
Gabe,
and Link.
And today we have a very special guest in the house. My good friend, what is your name, sir?
Diango Sandrino.
you're such good friends.
Who I've known for all of 20 minutes.
Okay.
Amazing
So,
friend.
We're glad to have you, but I'm assuming you guys have a bigger connection to Diango here, right?
Yeah, we just met as well.
Yeah.
But I think Link, he yes-anded me, so now.
Threw him under the bus.
Yeah, I met him. I've known him a little bit longer.
Okay. In the parking lot.
And yeah, I was walking here and I saw his shirt, his Lucha Libre shirt. I'm like, that's a pretty cool shirt, man.
Hey, bro, you want to be on a podcast?
You want to be in a podcast?
Did you tell him, I'm walking here? Did you? No?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
That's not yet.
I kind of just kidnapped him and put him in my car.
Yeah.
So how'd you make it here?
I gave him directions where to take me.
He went around.
He was a very polite
Kidnapper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never seen that before. Your parents raised you well.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Isn't it weird? Do you ever think about why it's kidnapping? Because they do it to adults too, right?
Adult
napping?
Yeah.
That just sounds like a great adult kindergarten class.
That's true. Or bedtime, like a little nap time at a senior home or something. Or
Adult napping, a siesta.
or a rated R sleepover. Adult napping.
Don't.
You ever seen that?
He didn't do that to me.
You ever drive around the adult daycares?
And confuse him?
You know what those are?
Do I ever drive around?
Have you ever seen those
No.
adult daycares?
That are driving around?
No, the buildings that are
Oh,
adult.
do I see
Have
them
you
while
seen
I'm
adult
driving?
daycares?
Oh, okay. No.
You've never seen that?
No, I have not.
You never
Have
seen
you?
an adult?
Yeah.
No.
There's one on 8th Street.
There's one on 8th Street.
There's everything on 8th
And
Street.
you know
There's
what?
one
It's true.
It's on 8th Street and 122nd. And there's an adult daycare. And then right next door is an adult
store.
A toy store, yeah.
Yeah.
adult toy store.
Yeah.
And I've always wondered, what if you accidentally drop off your grandma in the wrong?
Exactly. I've always thought that because it was by where a lot of us went to school, and it was just I was confused at what an adult daycare is.
I'm guessing that
They became more confusing when the adult superstore.
Well, exactly,
was
because
there.
I was like, oh, it's something explicit or something like that.
Oh, that's what you thought?
Yeah, because those things were right next to each other because it's there's a triple
so
X.
you thought it was
adult daycare.
You thought it was like an expansion of it, like they
Yeah.
were two side businesses together.
That'd be crazy.
So
You think they do field trips to the store?
Oh my goodness. You think the walls are thin there? The adult
Thin?
daycare? Yeah, thin.
I think they are because they have bad hearing.
So they make the
Like
walls
the music
Yeah.
just
specifically-
blares through.
Okay.
Hey,
I don't know how we're gonna transition to today's topic.
yeah, they hit that.
What is today's topic?
Today's topic, full spoiler alert, we're going right into Spider-Man 2, Marvel Spider-Man 2, and we're going to spoil the ending right now.
I knew I shouldn't have left you my
I'm
PS5.
getting up.
Yeah, Peter Parker is at the end. They place him in an adult superstore for daycare.
What were you saying, then?
I was saying that if you guys are gonna spoil it, I'm gonna get up and leave.
Just walk out of here?
Walk out of here.
I think I'm the only one who's played through almost everything.
I don't know how that's possible, bro. I'm 20% in the game and I've been playing a lot.
I'm 50% in the game, but in the main campaign, I'm in the last mission, and it's been like 13 hours or something like that. So it's actually not that long.
The game dropped and I had to leave the next day.
Yeah.
But I was like, there's no way. It was midnight and I'm like, I'm playing the first level.
Which benefited me because now then I had.
And that joint was crazy. That first level was wild.
Yeah, fact. It was pretty long too.
Yeah.
It was pretty long.
I think it was like an hour.
Oh, that's how you were playing?
Yeah.
Because you were borrowing his?
Yeah.
So you haven't played.
Not just the first level.
The first level, which is what I did the first.
So you're gonna beat it and then you're gonna give it back to him?
That's correct.
Oh,
Yeah. But we're not here to talk about that.
we're not.
Because we know you haven't played it. So we are here to talk about our good friend, which we've known for a few minutes, Diango.
The adult napper.
We're kind of on the thread of growth this season. Our goal is to grow as individuals, to grow as a show as a whole, and kind of explore the areas of growth in the lives of others. If you go back and listen to the first couple of episodes, that's kind of been a recurring theme. We found the McGuffin, the hope, right? That kind of drives us. Now, what we do with that is where we grow, again, as individuals and as a community. So today's episode, Diango Unchained, we're going to explore what makes you tick as our first guest this season outside of our regular hosts. So, first and foremost, this is like a media-driven show, so we talk about our guests. They kind of fill a questionnaire when we start this, and one of them that you answered was really interesting because we asked them what is their like favorite like pop culture media genre or character, whatever. You mentioned Batman and Superman. Why is that?
Batman and Superman. Well, Batman for me is a pretty sick guy, bro. He went through a lot. You know, he did lose someone. He did lose his dad and his mother. Mm-hmm. And in my case, I relate to him because I did as well lose my dad. Yeah, when I was like 2. So I can relate with him. I like all that obstacle, getting over that and being able to achieve from that situation.
Okay. And you mentioned Superman too?
Yeah, it was Superman or Spider-Man.
Oh, did you say Spider-Man? Oh, you did say Spider-Man. You're right.
Well, same thing with Spider-Man. He also lost Ben. So
yeah, get out of here, Superman.
Yeah,
you lost the planet. Who cares?
I mean, he lost his parents too, and the rest of his civilization. Like
he didn't lose his cousin.
Well, that's true. Or his dog.
Yeah.
Or that clone little brother. Yeah, Superboy's like a clone. So it depends which version. Yeah. Or if you watch Superman and Lois, it turns out he has a brother, the Eradicator, who's also on a planet. And then there's the Bottle City of Kandor, which is an entire population of people. You know what? He's not really the last Kryptonian, now that I think about it.
He's not special.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of Kryptonians running around. Yeah. Huh. Zod is also a Kryptonian. And Zod has 2 other Kryptonians that he
you just keep on with this.
Just gonna keep going.
Tell us more.
Yeah. So basically, Superman sucks, but you mentioned Spider-Man. Which brings us back to today's topic. Spider-Man 3, full spoilers, nonstop. Okay.
3,
the movie?
It's 3 because of Morales, but you're right. It is Marvel Spider-Man 2. I'm sorry.
I haven't even finished Miles Morales.
Hey, how do you feel about Miles Morales being Cuban?
Puerto Rican.
Yeah, but he's Cuban now, though.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
What do you mean he's Cuban, bro? There's no way.
So
I think I did
there's
see
a suit. There's a suit in the game that has like supposed to have the Puerto Rican flag.
No. The suit does have the Puerto Rican flag, which is why it doesn't make sense.
Oh, I thought it was a flag.
No, so it's a flag in his house and outside the house too. So it's like in 2 different places. Instead of putting the Puerto Rican flag up, they put the Cuban flag
on the wall.
On the wall, right?
I didn't peep that.
Yeah. So they messed up because they put the wrong flag.
Yo, Cuban Miles Morales, bro.
That could be you.
That's crazy.
So basically, it's like they made the same mistake that my 6th graders do on Hispanic heritage by putting the wrong flag.
And these people are Hispanic. These 6th graders of yours.
Yeah, that's true. But they're not Cuban or Puerto Rican. They're just assigned that country. So
the funny thing is though, I saw someone's story on social media, like freaking out. They're like,
he's Cuban now.
No, like not even the Cuban part.
Oh.
They were like marking at the fact that like, oh my god, like they're like representing Puerto Rican culture. And like I didn't even notice it because those flags are pretty similar. I'm not gonna lie. It was a glancing. It was a glancing thing.
They're like an inverted version of each other.
He was freaking out about it, and then like 5 minutes later, I read that story that they had mixed up the flags, and then I was like, huh. Wait, this guy's freaking out about being Puerto Rican. I went back to his post. He deleted it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the guy that did the Cuban flag, he also did like help do the Puerto Rican.
Yeah. Well, actually, they mirror each other like it's on purpose because they're like brother sister islands, right?
Okay.
So they I don't remember which one comes first. I think it is.
I think the Cuban one was first.
Yeah,
the Cuban one was first. Okay.
I think because
you have to ask Insomniac Games.
I think
they know.
I think the Cuban one's first because many Cubans have told me that the Cuban flag was first.
Well, you might want to fact check that though.
You know how us Cubans are,
Yeah, exactly.
We like to be the best at everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So. But anyways, it is on purpose. Yeah, because there's that feud between the flags, but it's like they were coordinated like to mirror each other specifically in cooperation with one another. So basically, Miles
Morales is Cuban. That's it.
Yep, that's it. He's Cuban.
I'm never gonna see him the same anymore.
Well, they said they're gonna update it. They're gonna patch it out and change it to a Puerto Rican flag, which to me is Cuban erasure.
Yeah.
So I mean,
you should be complaining. Yeah.
They need to canonically change it to now be Cuban Rican.
I'm gonna have to contact them. That can't be allowed.
Yeah.
The Cuban
Put that flag somewhere else.
Yeah.
Put it in the Statue of Liberty.
That's allowed. Then we're gonna be supporting communism. We cannot be doing that. So, dude, but I was playing the Spider-Man game even though it's not about Spider-Man.
No, that's fine. It's going.
It is
now.
I was playing the Spider-Man game.
Yeah.
And no spoilers. No, whatever. Miles,
Adult napping.
in the game, I realized that Miles Morales' mom
Yeah.
knows he's Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, because you didn't finish
I
Miles
didn't
Morales.
finish, so I'm like, dude, really? I'm like going through a game and I get a call from his mom and I'm like, really?
Oh, she knows.
Oh no! Oh, she
knows.
found out.
I'm like, how did she find out?
You know them Cuban moms.
Yeah.
They know everything, man.
Is his mom in the game as thick as she is in the movie?
I haven't looked at that part.
Gabriel? Mm-hmm.
Can't recall.
Can't recall. Okay.
And the movie is wild, but I stay
Because in the movie, I fell in love with her, with the mom.
What's her name?
The dad's still alive in the movie, though, so it's wrong.
It's wrong.
What's her name?
Hopefully,
yeah.
hopefully
That's
he's
the-
not
that's
there
the
soon.
movie.
and
Oh,
I
you
can-
know that he's dead, right? In
Yeah,
the
yeah,
games.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Hopefully he's not there for the
And
know,
like the
a while, and I
Prowler-
can just smooth in.
the Prowler's not a villain. in
Yeah,
the
the
game.
Prowler's. Yeah, you must be very confused, right? Finish
Yeah,
Miles Morales.
I-
The whole game's like 6 hours
Wait, the Prowler's a villain in the Spider?
in Miles Morales. Yeah.
Yeah, the Prowler kills his dad. No,
Oh, he ends up being a villain?
Yeah. Well, okay. This is spoilers for Miles Morales. Apparently, that's what this episode is about.
No.
We spoil Miles Morales for Diango.
Diango.
That's what the
Crazy.
episode is.
Dude, I need to finish the game. I've been doing 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there, but
Yeah.
Feels like
you
I'm
gotta
never gonna be
finish it.
done.
I think you should go back. Going back to the point at hand, before Cuba, Puerto Rico, Miles Morales and his mom knowing what he's doing, how did you take that loss that you relate to with all these other heroes and kind of use that to propel you forward? I'm sure at first it wasn't like a propulsion. So what challenges did that bring to you? And how did you eventually, able to use that to move forward?
well, in the beginning, I was small when it happened, so for me, it didn't really hit me. But as I started growing up, I started realizing like my mom will talk about it sometimes. I'd be like, wow, like my dad's not here for my birthday. My dad's not enjoying these moments with me. I'm not like he's not seeing me play basketball, so it hit me really hard. And there would be times where like in my birthday, I would go to the bathroom like and go cry because like even though I had an amazing stepdad and I still have the same stepdad, he's an amazing guy. For me, he's my dad. I call him dad. But it would still hit me like knowing that my dad wasn't there to enjoy those moments with me. So at first it was really, really, really hard, but like slowly I was able to get out of that stage and like move on, grow from it.
Okay. In what ways?
Definitely. Okay. What do you mean? What ways?
In what ways were you able to grow?
Mentally, physically, everywhere. Like not having a real dad with you is pretty hard. And although my stepdad stepped in and he helped me like with everything, it was pretty hard. It was pretty hard to like get out of that stage. You get me? But it did help me like understand that in life we're gonna lose people, and God knows why He does things. So I was able to move on from it.
Yeah, it's true. It's a lot of times in life, like you just get dealt a crappy hand, and like it's not like you had that choice, you were baby,
Yeah.
when that happened. But I mean, like you were saying, I think we all have a choice at some point whether you're gonna let something continue to drag you down and define you, or you're gonna like use it to build yourself up, and going off of that. And I think like yes, those are comic book stories of these fictional characters, but they represent a lot of things for people that a lot of actual people go through, a lot of pain that they go through by losing parents.
100%.
And there's a lot of things that it's just like the strength to heroes, I guess, whether to superheroes or just regular heroes. It's just there's always something that like you were saying, propels them forward, but also makes them stronger. Like, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. But I've learned that, in the tough times, in the hard times in life, even in the things that like aren't your fault, like they're out of your control, and you go through it enough, depending on how you react to it, which you have a choice to how you react to everything. It can mean the world of a difference in life. I think when you like kind of setting your focus on achieving your dreams, achieving everything that you want to do, or just using it as a crutch and using it as an excuse to not amount to anything, and just be like, I'm blaming all my problems on someone else, on something else that was out of my control. It's not fair, because life isn't fair. But I mean, it's it's impressive, I guess. I was thinking impresionante in Spanish.
Yeah.
To hear that aspect of your life, I mean, I've you know, I think everyone has lost people in life, but for me, I feel like I haven't, you know, haven't had as much loss like that as much as other people. And I mean, I've always like felt for them, but as far as like me in my life and like hearing your story, it's something that's like I can't relate to as much, but it's like I empathize with that and I feel for you. And it's like I don't hear a lot of stories like that, you know? It's not like that's like an everyday thing. So it's like, you know, even that. Just thank you for sharing that. That was
yeah, totally. I mean, dude, it was a crazy experience. Like it still hits me sometimes, but you can't I can't let myself fall in that hole again of like, you know what, my dad's not here, like that negativity, because at the end of the day, there's a reason why that happened, and I might not know it, he may not know it, but the one upstairs, he knows exactly why that happened. So I just see it like that, and like that I'm able to like, you know, just keep going, keep pushing.
Yeah.
And now you're Cuban Spider-Man.
Cuban Spider-Man.
Because with great power comes great responsibilities.
Great power comes great.
I said it.
Yeah. and like both Spider-Man, I think there's an excuse that you've been dealt such a crappy hand, like you said, that why even go the extra mile for other people?
Yeah.
And so many times you understand the people that have supported you when you were down. So you support those people that you see when they're down. Because like you said, we empathize. Even when we can't really relate, but especially when we do, you know, we try to prop up those that are going through experiences that maybe we've overcome. And we see that constant theme of, you know, forgiveness, redemption, second chances. And I think that a lot of times in our lives, we come across those crossroads where we have to make a decision, whether to take that second chance or to keep doubling down on, you know, the disappointments and the conflict, some bigger than others, as in your case.
Well, yeah, that's like some of the things I think, you know, are admirable from these stories, like Spider-Man, like, you know, Batman, these superheroes and stuff, like these characters, is that it's inspiring. Like, you know, they go the extra mile, and they I don't know, there's just constant, like, especially with Spider-Man, there's just constant thing of like, he does the right thing because it's the right thing to do. He helps the people. He helps people when he needs to. Like, doesn't matter how big their issues are. He's always out there to help. And I think those types of, you know, stories speak to me personally. It's like, you know, it's kind of, it sets an example. It sets a standard to do better in your own life. And I think that's always been the standard for Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That, you know, it's always something that's been something that I've taken away. Like, no matter how hard you get. And I think Spider-Man specifically is one of those characters that that just gets hit after takes hit after hit after hit after hit, and he keeps getting back up, man. And yeah, I think all of that is a testament, obviously, to great storytelling, but also the real human experience.
Yeah.
You know, pain that we all feel.
No, that's actually one of the biggest reasons why I love heroes like that, because, bro, we actually go through it. Maybe not the same way, but we actually go through it. There's so many experiences I can say that I've had to deal with, like, the same, you know, not letting myself get into that point, and, you know, keep pushing through. So definitely, yeah.
And you're not necessarily fighting crime, you know. Exactly. You're not fighting crime. You're not destroying villains.
Usually,
you're not saving people.
Sometimes he is getting into fights on the street or on what is it, Dominican beaches,
Nicaraguan beaches.
Oh, Nicaragua.
But
dude,
you're not fighting crime. You're not, you know, you're not being a hero exactly, but you're doing something for someone that it's more, you know, more mundane than usual, than being a superhero. But you're doing something, and you're kind of you're kind of like a hero to someone else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
I think all of us are, not necessarily you.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But you, yes. Like,
not only. Don't get too special, all right? Don't get a big head, all right?
No. He didn't just go not only. He was like, not necessarily you. All of us. You know, us, the hosts on the show, not you.
Everyone is a hero.
Everyone here except you.
Except you.
But yeah, I think that's beautiful that we're all heroes to someone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the circumstances, the bad cards that you're dealt with, only help others see you as a hero, because they can relate to you. They can, like, wow, I have someone that's going exactly what I'm going through, just like us and the superheroes.
Yeah.
But it's more relatable because you're real. They know you. They can talk to you.
That's true, but that could be a good thing and a bad thing, because
they're
they're watching you.
Oh yeah,
Always watching.
You take the wrong step, and they're gonna want to do it too. So.
Always watching, Mike Wazowski.
What are some of those areas that you've seen growth? What is something you can share with us, like a specific example of an area in your life.
Dude, when I got injured.
Oh yeah.
When I got injured,
Where would you get injured?
so I at the time I was doing gymnastics at school. I was playing basketball, and on top of that, I was working out like heavy, like every day working out.
You're pretty ripped.
No, not anymore, but
You were.
I was
Yeah,
pretty
we don't
ripped.
think you're pretty.
You were.
Yeah.
Actually, you fill out that shirt nicely. Just saying.
Yeah.
No, I actually need to get back to my grind for real. But I got injured, right? I was gone for 5 months. 5 months out because of my meniscus. I got injured my meniscus. I had to get surgery. It was like the worst 5 months of my life. And I really try not to let myself get to that dark hole. You get me?
Yeah.
But it was hard because I wasn't doing anything. And I'm a guy that I have to be active. I cannot be.
This was the injury about a year ago?
Yeah. The one I had to do like
The one that blew my musical?
Yeah, the one that blew the music.
Sounds like a Friends episode.
Yeah, just so you know, not only is he an athlete, but he's also musically inclined. And we worked together at that time, him and a student and me as a teacher. And he was the lead in a musical, and he blew out his knee like 2 days before. So we had to re-choreograph the whole thing with a handy-capable lead. And it was like the funniest thing ever because
it was,
well, go ahead.
It was done in a wheelchair. Like
Yeah, and like you said, you're the guy that's always moving. You know, acros, basketball, hitting the gym, and all of a sudden, here's a presentation, and nobody had seen you because you had just gotten injured, so you didn't come to school. And the day of the show, you're in a wheelchair, and like some people did not know what's going on.
That is.
No, that was crazy. I that was a tough one for me. I'm not gonna lie. So like I was saying, I try not to get into that hole. Try not to think of it in a negative way, but dude, it was hard, bro. Cause I'm an active guy. I was stuck in bed 5 months. Like it was horrible. At the same time, I tried seeing it in a positive way, cause maybe I needed that rest. But it was bad. It was bad for me mentally, physically. I think at the time when I got injured, I was at 170.
Yeah.
And I gained all the way to 192.
Oh.
I was 192.
I would love to be 192.
Dude, no, but it was horrible. So
I'm close, just for the record.
Getting out of that like stump, like that struggle was like hard for me, bro. Getting back into the gym, like going through therapy, like it was so hard. But I was able to push through and do it.
Yeah, man, I can't even imagine that. Like growing up playing sports and being active. I mean, knock on whatever this is, but like I haven't had like a serious injury like that.
Scientifically engineered wood-like structure.
Cardboard. I haven't had like a serious injury like that. I mean, thank God. But I've always been fearful. Like I've been blessed. I've been lucky, but I've always been fearful of that happening because of like what you were saying. Well,
because you've always lived a really active lifestyle.
Yeah, I've always like you said, like playing sports, like growing up playing soccer, going to the gym.
And soccer's a very injury prone.
Yeah, and it, I've had lots of friends that their lives changed after getting certain injuries. That they're some of the most active people, some of the most athletic people I've ever met in my life, and they still try to do what they can, but it is not the same. They're not, and it shapes. Yeah, it changes the course of their life. It changes kind of who they are and what they like to do. Yeah. And it's not necessarily for the in a bad way, but it is something different. That's not.
It's a pivot. It's an adjustment. It's
it's
a perspective shift.
And that's always been something that has fascinated me and I think has also led to the reason I've decided to choose my path in life and to pursue a career in physical therapy, to help people that get injured, and to see, honestly, what sold me on that was the recovery process. Like to be able to see it firsthand. When I graduated from college, I wasn't sure if it was what I wanted to do. It's a lot more. It's like 3 more years of school. It's a lot more work, and I was like, do I really want to do this? And I took a job as a tech in an actual physical therapy clinic, and I remember starting off with basically this patient came in. They had a stroke. They were in a wheelchair. Half of their body was basically rendered useless. Basically, they couldn't speak. They had slurred speech, and they didn't have any like strength in their basically left side. And that was very impactful. I'd never seen somebody with a stroke before. To see someone like that working, and I'm thinking to myself, how is this person gonna do anything? And even then, like I worked with them, I got to know them a bit, and then At the time, it was, the pandemic. I had to float around to help out wherever I was needed in different clinics. I think a couple of weeks, maybe like a month later, I came back to that same clinic. And I see, like, that patient's name on the docket. He comes in and he's walking. Like, he needs help, but he's walking and he's talking, he's smiling. And I got to work with him again. And, to see that part of the recovery process, and now, like, fast forward to me being in school and learning how to treat and help people like that is something that is incredible. And it's given me like a different perspective. It's enlightened me in a way that, like, it's helped me empathize even more. It's given me hope
It's very
in that
inspiring.
sense. But at the same time, it's like, it makes me want to do my job better. And, if that ever happens to me, if I remember the other person on the other side of that, like, I'd want someone to put in that work, to care basically for someone like that. How was that, experience, going to therapy after your injury?
Shout out to my therapist because he did a horrible job. I have to say, I'm sorry.
I don't think that's what a shout out is.
No. I'm sorry.
A negative shout out.
I had to hit him, but
What is that? There's got to be a.
What do you do?
No, what's a negative shout out? There's got to be a term for that.
Shade? This?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Shade, yeah.
Okay, shade to your therapist. Go ahead.
yeah, shade to my therapist. But dude, he was kind of mid, bro. He just had me go in there, follow. It didn't really help me. Like,
Yeah,
It
they
just-
just kind of had you
I did
run
better.
through a set
I did
of.
better doing it on my own.
Yeah.
Like it was insane. Like, so I was there for like, I think it was 3 weeks because that's what my insurance was able to coverage.
Yeah.
And then after that,
And
I
then
went-
your life was perfect. Then insurance didn't have to cover
Yeah.
anything ever again.
No, literally I was still like, my leg was still not like fully straight.
Going to extension. Yeah.
Yeah, like I was like, bro, you serious right now? So I started doing it on my own. I would go to the gym. I just like slowly do it on my own.
He gave you exercises
Yeah.
to do at home, right?
Yeah, he gave me exercises and I did the same ones he gave me, but so I also added like some different ones that I saw.
Yeah.
That were so much better. Like literally the 2 weeks I was into it, I was already like moving my leg, like
Where'd you see those?
Instagram.
Of course.
Instagram.
No, I mean, and that happens
It
a
will
lot.
replace us all.
And what's crazy, I wasn't searching for it, it just popped out.
And no.
Oh, it knows.
Oh, that isn't
No.
crazy. That's part of the algorithm.
yeah.
No, that's
That's
actually crazy.
That is
That's
a
the
feature,
fun
not a
It
bug.
happens in
look. You're
TikTok
talking
a lot,
about it
too.
now. Don't be surprised if you
Yo,
get some ads
I
in a
open my
little bit.
TikTok and it's just like
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, I was doing it on my own, and it was tough, bro.
Even that, man. Even that, like, that's like not comforting to know that, like, a professional that's supposed to help you
Bro.
Mm-hmm.
isn't necessarily, giving the attention to detail that you would like, and you have to like take that on for yourself.
And you only have 3 weeks too.
Exactly. And that's something that like a lot of people don't do is, have the kind of like the gumption to take the reins for themselves, to take the initiative and to, push themselves, even though like knee injuries. What did you do? You ACL or what?
Meniscus.
Meniscus?
Yeah.
And that's painful, man, to
Bro.
get back to where you're at. That is extremely painful. And to, put because working out is one thing, and that's a different type of pain. You're like, I'm making gains, like this hurts,
Yeah.
it burns, but it's gonna feel good afterwards.
That's okay. Mm-hmm.
Going like like in a meniscus injury.
I had to hold myself back on that one
Why?
because of what you said. Your phrasing. Anyways, continue.
In a meniscus injury, like that doesn't hurt. Like that hurts, and it still hurts afterwards. Like it's a different like type of pain. Like it's sore.
Are you still in pain?
Sometimes, yeah.
It's not the same, right?
It
It'll
flares,
never be the
it
same.
flares up.
It's never going to be the same. It's
Yeah.
never going to be the same. But I managed to work. Like I'm playing basketball again.
Yeah.
I'm, like full on basketball. I'm hitting legs pretty good. I'm not going too heavy,
Mhm.
and I don't pass 90 degrees. Like before, I used to deep squat,
Yeah.
but I'm not doing it anymore. I'm like, there's no point.
I mean, if we're being honest, it's not as functional, so it's okay.
Yeah, I was like, I'm done with that. And I haven't flipped again. Like with like the tumbling
That
and,
must be scary,
and
yeah.
gymnastics. I've been like, it's been like a mental block for me. I'm too scared to do it.
You mentioned that it's a lifestyle change, and as an educator, so many times I see kids in crutches, broken legs, broken foot, and I think back about when I was in school over 20 years ago. That was so rare. It was like that's the kid with the broken arm, and that was like
Yeah.
the thing all year. But the level of rigor that we have in athletics is so much. Like you are top tier, like peak high level athletes, and these are just like high school students in their. They're not going to do this as a career,
Yeah.
This is a recreation, but I don't want to say they're pushed or they push themselves or whatever it is. It's a lot of reps and it's a ton of wear and tear, and it's crazy to me. Not that it's crazy, but it's crazy to me because I just grew up in a way different environment to see like a bunch of temporarily or sometimes long-term disabled, students because of their passion and commitment to, whatever sport or activity or athletics that they're in.
Yeah.
No, and at school they put a lot of pressure on you because they want you to join here, they want you to join there,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
want you to like do everything. Like I was doing gymnastics, basketball. They wanted me for volleyball, for soccer. I don't even play soccer like that. But
No, they're always throwing you into everything.
dude, I was gonna
Yeah.
do it, and dude, I couldn't even play my last basketball season, bro. I did basketball since 6th grade. Didn't miss one, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't play my last season.
Was it injury during basketball or was it?
It was at the beginning of the year, like getting into tryouts for basketball.
Dang.
How'd you get injured?
So it's crazy. My little cousin, Benjamin, bro. He's like 50 pounds, bro. No, I had it before definitely because I would do like ab workouts
Uh-huh.
and I would do like crunches and stuff. And when I would pick up my leg, it would get stuck in this position. But I didn't think anything of it. Like the Cuban mindset or whatever, you're good. Like don't be a baby. So I would like stretch it out. It would pop and I'll go back to doing my thing.
Yeah.
Like flipping, doing 3 highs, finishing my workout, whatever. And I just kept pushing through it until I was in a bouncy house playing around. Like,
I was going to ask if we could tell the story of how it happened. Yeah.
no, yeah, we can.
Yeah.
I was in a bouncy house, right? Playing around, like wrestling my little cousin. And I was teaching him how to fight, right? And he gets his leg and he puts it behind my leg and he trips me down. When he does that, which is crazy because there's a little kid doing this, but dude, my knee got stuck. Like I couldn't move my knee. Like it was bad. Like it was bad. Like I couldn't pop it back in. I just couldn't move it. I started crying. Not crying.
You could say you were
No,
crying.
I started
You
crying.
tore your meniscus.
Okay,
Come on, man.
It hurt so bad that I started crying, but my girl was there.
I cried there.
My girl was there, so I was acting
You gotta
tough.
save face.
I was acting tough, so I was like, deep down, I was like, oh, bro, I can't do it right now. But I was like, babe, I'm good. Let's just go to the hospital real quick. Dude, they had to carry me out. Like, it was horrible.
I like that his defense mechanism is like, I tore my meniscus, but I can't cry because my girl is here. When the other day I was playing Spider-Man and I'm just openly weeping through the prologue. My wife's sitting right next to me and she's like, what's the matter? I was like, it's so beautiful. And that's a true story.
No, not that I'm a tough guy, because I'm a very sensitive guy. I cry for anything. But when like things like that, I don't know, I just like,
Right.
I always grew up.
You enjoyed the pain.
That's true because you are willing to tap into it emotionally, but for physical,
I'm like-
you rebuff.
Yeah.
No, I can't see a movie where like a dog dies or like someone dies. Like it's horrible for me. Like I just started like pouring, like straight up crying, like everything I got.
Have you seen Paddington?
I haven't actually.
You should watch Paddington.
You should watch Paddington.
I haven't
We
actually.
should watch Paddington.
Oh,
You know
I've
what
never
movie
seen it.
made me go like?
I've never seen it either.
There's this movie that made me cry hella. It was the recent one that we had with the kids. And they were getting like trafficking.
Oh, the
Forgot.
one
The
with
Sound of Music.
Caviezel?
More kidnapping?
Caviezel.
The Sound of
What's
Music.
it called?
Oh, Sound of
The
Freedom.
Sound of
Oh,
Freedom.
that one.
Bro, like I was like out of breath crying like that. Like it was horrible, dude.
Yeah, why is kidnapping a theme?
Yeah.
in this episode. Yeah, but yeah, that was horrific. Yeah.
But what were we talking about?
We
The
started with
injury- the
kidnapping.
injury.
We're somehow back
Injury.
to kidnapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Injury.
Those areas in your life where you were able to overcome.
Oh, how it happened? How
Oh,
the
yeah,
injury
yeah.
happened?
Oh, yeah.
So
When I
it-
told you to rest, by the way, I told you to make sure you get rest this
Yeah,
week.
definitely.
Don't go crazy. He's like, I was on a bounce house.
Yeah, he did. He did tell me to rest.
Yeah.
He did. And I
Or your
just,
cousin heard a voice in his head, sweep the leg.
bro, I can't
Took
believe.
you out.
I still can't believe. Like,
Were you guys like doing WWE moves?
yeah, like we were
Oh.
messing around.
We
Oh
we
my-
refer to them as AEW.
Bro,
I was
Yeah,
pushing
on,
it.
on this show.
Yeah.
AWE.
AEWE. That's my favorite.
For everyone.
AEW.
AEWWE. That's what they're gonna
Crazy.
call it when AEW buys
Buys
out.
it.
Yeah.
Actually, what do you guys prefer, WWE or?
Hey, on this show we stand
We're an
for
AEW family.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
But it's because you guys switched. Like, did you guys?
Yes, we did switch. We grew up with WWE, but we've switched to various alternatives throughout the year. Sometimes we come back, but
Went to Japan.
yeah. Yeah,
It's,
we like New Japan, Ring of Honor,
They didn't actually go to Japan. They watched Japanese wrestling.
but we will one day.
We will one day.
I have been in Arena, Mexico, and with I believe that's CMLL.
CMLL, yeah.
And, yeah, go ahead.
My bad to interrupt you, but I think it was on Link's story. Gabe had a performance, right?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that was sick, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was
That's when they
that's
won
a-
us over. That's when
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That was a crazy story, like because like they said, they had been fans of wrestling for a long time, and like I grew up with them, so like
Mhm.
naturally, like I watched wrestling. as a
wrestling
kid.
adjacent.
Yeah.
But like there's times where like I started like paying attention to other things. Like it wasn't a passion for me as much as it was for them, you know? So I would like see things like here and now.
It's seasonal as opposed to it's
Exactly.
lifetime for
like
us.
we would invite him to come, hey, watch WrestleMania with us,
Yeah.
watch the Royal Rumble with us,
like the big stuff.
the
Yeah.
big stuff. But yeah,
And then they're talking about like, you know, like this new show, this new like
wrestling
company
promotion,
basically that's a good alternative. It's a great alternative to WWE, and they had you know, some prominent, you know, wrestlers that I knew of. And so I started watching with them, and then that became a way that we bonded because
every Wednesday.
it became something that I don't think I had gotten in WWE for a long time, which is why like it just didn't interest me anymore. But when I started watching with them, I saw it more as like a form of storytelling. Because in
Yeah.
wrestling, I just thought, you know, these dudes are just, you know, throwing each other around. That's
Yeah.
pretty much it. I didn't see it as much as an art form or as a medium of storytelling. And then watching it with them and them kind of filling in the blanks for me kind of changed my perspective on it. And it became something that I was really interested in. And then, you know, they were coming to Miami. We got tickets. And, you know, I think I was in New York, and they had just come pick me up from the airport, and then we went straight to the show.
Yeah,
That's
that's
so
right.
true. Yeah.
And like we got seats in the back. Like it was fun. Like, you know, we were having a good time.
Yeah, we paid like what, $50?
Yeah,
for
like
it?
50
Yeah, like
bucks.
50
Because they were
bucks.
just starting off.
Yeah, it wasn't. It
Those
wasn't
are like $200.
and the seats weren't bad either.
Yeah.
Like
They're
because it was
like
a small venue. It was
mid-range,
the
yeah.
James L. Knight Center.
The
Yeah.
James
No,
Earl
the
Jones
James
Center.
Earl Jones Center, as you refer to it. Yeah.
I say James L. Brooks.
Oh no, you don't. Okay.
But yeah, like he had a
Former
friend.
student,
Yeah.
friend from California.
That was wrestling.
No, that got front row seats.
Oh,
And we looked them up. How much were they?
They were
400,
like
like 400,
$450.
Okay.
So I go to him, hey dude, I'm like, hey, I message him on Instagram, hey, how are you, man? I know you're here because I saw your story. Let's say hi afterwards, right? Take pictures or anything. And he tells me, no, I left. So I'm like, okay, well.
Mind you, he left it like in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was a double booking. They were recording 2 shows
Yeah.
because they were going on the cruise. So they were going to be overseas. So they were in advance recording
Yeah.
the next one.
So I'm like, okay, sucks. Maybe next time. And then Gabriel comes up with the idea. He goes, text him for the tickets. And I was like, nah, bro, who's going to do that? But what do we have to lose, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, because they're just like
I mean,
QR
they
codes.
paid for them.
Yeah.
They're just QR codes. They already scanned them when they got in. Like sometimes they have it, but really they just look to see what
Yeah.
seat
Right,
you're in to
yeah.
let you go in.
So I asked him, hey, can I have your tickets if you left? And he's like, yeah, sure. So he screenshotted them, sent them to me, but it was only 2. And we were like 5?
You were 5 years old?
No, we were like five
Oh,
group of
That
5.
makes a lot more sense.
So I'm like, obviously I'm going to go because I know this kid.
Oh, I was like, enjoy, man. Yeah.
So then I'm like, I guess Gabriel was
Go
next to me,
nuts.
so we went with Gabriel. And we
I'm not
watched.
going to leave my wife.
wa-
and
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
my nephew was there.
Oh, yeah.
He was streaming
Forgot about
on
that.
Discord at the time.
Hell yeah.
Forgot about that.
So we were there for like an hour and a half.
No, we basically go down to the attendant, and I'm showing her the ticket, and she's like, "All right, come in," and there's people in the
Our
seats.
Yeah.
That some guy that was sitting next to them basically did this. Like he just called somebody, like I guess people that he knew.
yeah, like
to go-
come here.
And it was like a mom and like a little kid.
So we had to kick him out.
And then like the lady's just like rudely kicking them out. She's like, they got their tickets. They're sitting here. This is their seat. You gotta go.
And
Oh
the
my
guy's
gosh.
like, those aren't the people that were
And
here
then-
before.
but he didn't say anything because he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
So the mom and the kid, I think that they didn't like get kicked all the way out. I think they like
went
got
behind us.
I think they moved to like another seat.
Yeah.
Really close by. And then the guy next to him, we just had like tension
Yeah.
because there was like people behind us in front of us that they knew we weren't
Like,
from
bro,
there.
where you
Worth
guys-
it.
But we're like, we don't
We
care.
yeah,
Because we saw Andrade versus Pac.
I've never been in a front row in a.
And that was crazy. Like,
Yeah.
to
Except
see-
for that one time you touched El Generico.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
You
I've
know-
never been in a front row.
Yeah,
and
not
it was like
sitting there and
beautiful.
watch the match.
You know, it's
yeah.
like, you know how these people, like the people that you like, celebrities or athletes and stuff that you watch on TV, and then it's like right in front
Yeah,
of you. It's like
like-
sitting courtside or
Yeah.
something. It's crazy. Like, and you know, even the video, like you know, you can still go back and look at it, and it's like, it's crazy that they're like just right there, and all the stunts they're doing. It's like, you think they're faking it?
No, that stuff's real, bro.
They're hitting each other. They're falling like hard.
That's crazy.
Like
And
doing
then-
backflips outside of the ring.
You went in the ring, right?
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, the show ends, and then one of the VPs at the time,
Cody.
Cody Rhodes, he
My boy.
Cuban.
Cuban.
He's half
That's
Cuban.
Yeah, he's Spider-Man.
he basically like
His dad died.
they're
He's the
doing
American
they're
Spider-Man.
doing they're doing like an after show, like they're just talking to the crowd and all this stuff.
They're recording their own show on YouTube.
Vlog.
A vlog, yeah. And so basically, like they're like, it's one of the wrestlers. He had a mask. He was a luchador. He had a mask on, and he's like, it's his birthday, and like, we're gonna sing happy birthday since we're in Miami. We're gonna sing in Spanish or whatever. Who wants to sing?
No, like the crowd starts chanting Spanish, Spanish.
Yeah.
Gabriel starts chanting Spanish.
And I'm like, yeah. And then me and him just lock eyes, and he just
him and Cody, yeah.
He just points at me, he's like, you want to come up and sing? And I'm like,
That's like out of a movie.
yeah. I'm like, sure, whatever. Meanwhile, I'm thinking, do I know the lyrics to this song? The happy birthday song in Spanish.
Yeah. No, but to stay on theme, right, about taking your opportunity and, stepping outside your comfort zone, like, he goes, you, and most people would be like, him? Me?
Yeah,
You?
start.
Gabe was like, no, he's talking about me. Yeah.
I don't know what the heck happened. There was like a fence, a barrier, and I'm just like, all right, jump. The security was like, all right, hold up, bro, come on. And I'm like, he's calling me, man. What do you want me to do?
Yeah,
Like,
My boy's calling me.
Dude.
and then I just hear Link like yelling at the top of his lungs behind me. He's like, yeah. And then he's like, Cody calls me in, and then I get in the ring, and then they talk some more, and then I think we put the video up of this on the.
We did?
No, we can.
We should.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, and he's just like, all right, like, he's basically thanking people in Miami. He's like, all right, take it away.
And then they ask him, what is your name? He goes, Gabe. Everyone starts chanting,
Yeah.
Gabe.
And then Cody's like, Gabe, give it up for Gabe.
Yeah.
And everyone starts yelling, and I'm just like,
it was
okay.
so awesome, bro.
You probably felt like the man in the moment.
Yeah, and then he's like, all right, time to sing. And I'm like, oh.
No, my favorite, I think he makes a comment where he's like, he's over. Even Gabe's over.
Yeah.
He's like, everyone's
over.
over in Miami.
But then, like, it comes to singing, I'm kind of nervous. I'm not a public speaker or anything, and I'm just in a ring now all of a sudden with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And
Only
then-
a couple of podcast episodes under your belt at the time.
Yeah,
It's true.
exactly.
That's what gave me the strength and the courage to do it. But basically, like, all right, on 3. And I just go straight into the song.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
doesn't
even go to 3.
even do a
You
countdown.
can even see in the video, like, the guy who's getting this, like, one of the main guys, he's just kind of like, he didn't even count.
There it goes on 3.
And it's like,
Cumpleaños.
and I didn't do any, bendiciones. I didn't do anything. I just kept saying cumpleaños feliz, and that was it.
Which apparently is the Mexican
way
of doing it.
It
Which
works
is
for
good
me.
because he was a luchador.
The way we knew it is the Colombian way, but
Yeah.
so another fun fact. Apparently every Hispanic country has a different
way to
version
sing
of
happy
Happy
birthday,
Birthday.
yeah.
Now, I love hearing George's perspective on randomly seeing Gabriel up there.
Because that all happened so fast. They
Yeah.
didn't tell him or anything.
Oh, yeah, dude. You weren't there.
Yeah, no, we were back in our
Yeah,
seats,
yeah.
but I mean, I'm sorry, it was a little bit while ago. You might have to refresh my memory.
Bro, is that Gabriel?
Yeah, you guys were like, it was you kind of like getting ready to leave,
Yeah.
and then you see that it's Gabriel, and you're like, what? You guys
Yeah,
are so
imagine
like,
they're
shocked.
just like they're gonna go sit in the front row. We're like, oh, there they go. I guess I hope they're having a good time. And all of a sudden, my boy Cody Rhodes, which by the way saved you like $150 once.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, because they had like a meet and greet. We were at a fan festival, and it was like $150 to take a picture with him. It was a line around the corner, and then he just walked up to Link, and he's like, "Hey." And he puts his hand on his
Yeah.
shoulder and he takes a picture. So we saved the line. We saved $150. Cody's the man. Shout out to Cody.
Yeah, you know what? We stand Cody.
Yeah,
Cody.
who's that for Cody? You're gonna win at WrestleMania this year, I believe.
Yeah, I believe it.
This is the year.
If not, we riot.
Yeah. Or if that, we'll get irrationally upset and probably complain about it on the show.
Yeah.
But
All that to say, that was a very just like crowning moment, just like a culmination of spending time with my family, and then that I would never be in that opportunity, if it wasn't for them or like them sharing that with me.
Yeah, of course.
That was the greatest day of my life, and it wasn't even about me.
Dude, I've seen like
the real heroes.
I'm not really on top of the wrestling world, or whatever, but I do see clips, and like the energy there is crazy,
Bro.
Like the
It's
fans
wild.
are real, like it's insane.
But I did want to ask you,
Yeah.
kind of about you and your stepdad's company.
Yeah. So, okay, so, all right, I'm glad that you mentioned that because I want to clear some things out. But, so I wasn't gonna go to college.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't gonna do college because I was gonna, stick to this company, right? What we do is that we do kitchens, like we install the kitchens for like big companies.
Which I think is so funny because that's what like
Yeah.
my father used to do, and I used to work for
Oh, yeah.
him. We did the same
I
thing.
remember you
Go
were 10.
counters.
So we've been around kitchen counters for
Yeah.
a while now.
So for me, like my bad. I've been doing that for a while. Like
Yeah.
I've had experience with it because since I was like 6, my dad's been doing that forever. My dad has been doing it, like he started before me, like, and he will take me with him. I'll be like, bro, like summer's coming, and I wasn't excited for summer because he always needed my help. I'm like,
Same.
please.
Yeah.
Same.
I was like, please don't wake me up today. Please. And he'll wake me up at 4 in the morning. I'm like,
No.
no way is this happening to me right now. Whatever. I will go. Whatever. I'll spend the whole day there. We'll come back late. Be like, there's no way. Like, I don't see myself doing this. And then a couple years happen. And I'm at a stage in my life where I'm like, I want to be like independent. I want to have my own money. You know, so you know what? Let me do this company with my dad. And my dad was telling me, yo, you should come work with me. We'll make you a company. Like, you know, we'll open it up for you. We'll get you ready. So I go ahead and do it. I go to the bank, open up the company, whatever. I'm like 2 months in. And this was going in school. Like, I was just managing the company. I was just doing like the paperwork, the invoices. I wasn't working.
Yeah.
And whatever, school finishes. And I start working. I'm working. I'm like waking up at 5 in the morning, coming back home at 11. I'm like, dude, what time do I have? I was like, what time am I going to give, like, in the future, my wife, like, my kids?
Yeah, in the
like,
future, when am I going to play Marvel Spider-Man?
I'm saying, I wouldn't be able to play right now. Because I would have to wake up.
you haven't gone to play Miles, so.
I haven't even finished my schedule
Because
that I had.
that was the
Because of
time.
work?
Yeah.
That was the time. That was the time, actually. That was the time. And nothing, I was just, like, waking up every day. I feel like a robot. Same thing, like, and, dude, it's not that I don't like it, because I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's nice seeing the customer's reaction when they see their kitchen, and it's nice, like, being in that, like, you know, being your own boss. You get me?
Yeah.
But it does come with a lot of sacrifices. And shout out to those business owners, especially construction. Like, bro, that's hard. That's a hard job, very physical job. So respect to you guys. But, so yeah, I was doing that. And then I told my dad, I'm like, Dad, you know what? Like, I'm gonna go study. And he was like, I saw his face. Like, he didn't want to let me go. Like,
Yeah.
'cause he was excited that I was there with him. Like, you know? And he was like, you know what, bro? Go ahead and do it. Like, I'm gonna support you. You have my back. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm in college. I'm doing nursing.
Nice.
So yeah, and nothing. I'm still managing the company. So a little bit of both.
Yeah. All the time that you have going to school and doing work at the same time, that's not easy, man.
Yeah, I get calls like during class, like, yo, like, I need you guys to come up here and install this. It hasn't been done. Like, I've been waiting. I'm like, there's no way it's going on right now.
Like, bro, I finished class at 3:50. Let me call you back.
Bro, no, when I was in school and doing that, dude, sorry.
Oh, no, you don't have to say her name, her full name. Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
But it's okay. I mean,
Anyways,
it's not a secret.
Bleep this, Danny.
It's not a secret
George-
identity.
George, wife.
Again, that's the same thing. That's my last name.
All right, George.
Okay. yeah.
George's wife. I will be in her class. And I'll straight up just leave. Get up and leave.
Yeah.
To take the call. And she'll be like, Diango, where are you going? Like, Miss, wait, I gotta take this real quick. I'll be right back.
You just said it again.
I was in high school.
Yeah.
That was high
Yeah,
school.
he was. It was
Yeah.
like a senior year.
This was my
And he was
senior
mentioning-
year.
He was literally stepping out in the middle of our practices to be like, "Hey, I need the trucks over there and the
Yeah.
whatever it is that blah blah
Dude.
blah work stuff."
Because the supervisor, like, in that field, like, any little, like, when you're off by a little, let's say 1/8, they're calling you, bro. Because they want to be perfect.
To fit, yeah.
And then it's like, really, like, for one, you're really bothering me right now just because it's off by 1/8. Like, you serious right now? But, you know, I had to, like, take the call, and then I had to go back and then call my dad and then make sure that everything's going right. And then I was doing class at the same time. It was like, dude, it was horrible.
No, that's different. That's a different dimension.
Yeah.
Right? Like thinking about like you're in actual high school and like these grown men are like, "Yo, call this kid out of AP history,
Yeah.
bro. I need him to fix this. I need to fix this kitchen countertop right now."
That sounds like a
I don't
TV
even
show.
think, like, they knew I was young. They would always look at me weird. They definitely didn't have respect for me, 100%. When I
If they're calling you in the middle of your class, yeah, I wouldn't think they
I
would.
mean, yeah, they're
Bro.
like, "Oh, we need you to."
Bro, what do you got? Homework? What are you in high school? Yeah.
They're like, "We need you to approve the job so we can get to the work site." And you're like, "Okay, after drama,
We need all these invoices. Come on.
No.
after song practice." Like,
no, but
I got a free period. I got a study hall.
I got basketball practice.
it was like that. It was like that though. Like, actually, but
Just imagine the people that hired to like, is like what? I think we hired a child to
Did you
do
just-
this for us.
Where are you? You at a school? Was that a bell?
Are you? Is he the boss baby? What is happening?
boss baby. And the thing is, I have pressure because they hired me, like, my company, because my dad, like, he put in the good work, like, from what he did.
recommended.
Because my dad's like, not to show him off, but that guy is like perfect what he does. Like, he makes sure that everything's done
Nah,
correctly.
he's done it for a long time.
Bro,
Immaculate. He's a
They
pro.
love what they give him
Meticulous.
a lot of work because they love how he does it. You get me? So I had that pressure of like me being like,
You didn't want to fail him.
like,
But dude, honestly, you keep unraveling, like you keep peeling back the layers of this onion to thinking like, I'm thinking like you're still under your dad's company, but this is all you. This is all your
Yeah.
like you're working
Yeah,
on your
but-
own. And
yeah,
you're
but
responsible for this.
my dad, like I was working on my own, but my dad was doing the work with his like.
But it was your company's name.
But it was
your
under
name.
my
That's
name,
you're responsible
under
for.
I was
That's
responsible.
awesome of your dad. Because how many dads?
That's trust.
Like,
yeah.
I don't.
To his day, he still trusts me. No,
That's
he's. I love him. Because he helped me. Like that helped me. That responsibility, like out of nowhere, like dude, that helped me. Because like think about it. What's an 18-year-old doing in high school? Like they're not doing that.
That's
You get me?
bold.
Yeah.
But that helped me a lot actually, with a lot of things. Not only like having responsibilities, but like everything in life. Like make sure you do it correctly.
No, yeah, exactly. Like
Dude.
just like things to live by, you know. Not only like, you know, obviously taking pride in your work and like delivering on a product that you can be proud of, and like obviously people are gonna come back to you and refer you out. But I just think it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
You're
No, it's
running a
crazy.
whole company
You're like
Dude,
Doogie
it's
Howser.
in high school, bro.
Dude, I'm still doing invoices.
You really are Spider-Man. You're lifting a building in a different way, but
Yeah.
Technically,
yeah.
no, technically I am.
Yeah.
Those cabinets, those cabinets way.
Yeah.
No, don't
No,
forget.
but-
Don't forget. You're not too special. Link,
Yeah,
Link
yeah,
said.
yeah,
And not that everyone.
Everyone's a hero.
Your dad is his real
Yeah,
Spider.
my-
Now,
my dad is
Diango's
a real
cover, comic book cover is, you know, that poster Spider-Man's always between two things
Put it
holding
with
it together.
cabinets.
It's two cabinets.
Wrapped in a
it's
Puerto Rican
yeah,
flag?
Yeah. No, Puerto
Cuban,
Rican.
Cuban,
Yeah.
Puerto Rican
You're
flag.
right, you got it.
I was gonna tell you.
The joke came all the way back around, yeah.
Dude, one of my favorite things though, when I was doing that, my dad would like, cause there's a lot of jobs. Like we have 3 vans working right now, so we have like one team going here, one team going here, and like another one going in another place. And we had a point like there's this strong like a lot of work was coming in, a lot of work. It was like dude back to back, like, oh, I need you guys to go here, I need you guys to go there. And sometimes my dad would like lack, like, cause he wouldn't go to this site because he was doing this site. I'm like, Dad, where you at? I need you to go to that site. So I was like screaming at my dad. So I'm like, this is payback, bro. Like I'm loving it.
It's like your dad's boss.
It's like you get for waking me up at 5.
Like, in reality, my dad technically was my boss because he's the one that taught me everything. But it felt good, like telling him what to do. Like go ahead, and go there right now and install this. Like,
No, but even like just trusting you to not, because a lot of times like when adults are, you know, putting you know their children or, you know, younger people in positions of power, it's like they like to micromanage.
No, yeah.
And they like to try and like, you know, still control everything. So I think that's really cool how he just let you do your thing and just, you know, you tell me where to go and I'm gonna go.
Yeah, it's cool that he was humble enough to let you boss him around, right?
Awesome.
And he was empowering you at the same time.
Bro, and when I was actually
He was
working,
your Peter. He was the Peter to your Miles.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. Wow.
But back to what you were saying. when I was actually going to the sites, he was teaching me how to like, you know, how to install, like I had to put up this bathroom. He was teaching me how to do it. And bro, that was hard because he had no patience. Because I wanted to do it my way. Because he taught me how to do it, but there's so many easier ways to do it.
Yeah.
He's like, I want you to do it this way. So we would sometimes argue, like full on arguments, like big time arguments. I'm like, bro, it works the same way this way. He's like, no, I need you to do it this way. Like, I want you to do it this way. I'm like,
yeah.
You serious right now? But it was good though. I learned a lot. A lot being there.
And we learned a lot spending this almost an hour with you today. It was great introducing you to our audience, and hopefully you're able to inspire in them a lot of what I think inspired me and Link and Gabe, who's known you the most out of all of us. And thank you for sharing your story with us as we continue to explore these stories. Does anybody have any last thoughts or comments?
It's a cue to you.
Yeah, so before we leave, we want to remind you guys that we are on social medias, right? We are
Social
on
medias, is that how
medias.
it's said?
It's plural.
Social medias.
It's social medias
The
plural?
Social socks. No, I think social media is plural already.
Okay,
yeah.
we are in social media. And you can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on TikTok. You can follow us on Twitter. And recently...
formerly known as
X,
Twitter.
X, yeah.
No, not all of those. Just one.
One X, yeah. Not yeah, 2 more.
Don't follow
Not
us
the
on
adult
X,
daycare.
X.
Yeah, that's where we drop off our grandparents. But most recently, you can follow us on Twitch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
What is it? The handle?
What is the handle for Twitch?
At S4M Podcast.
At S4M Podcast.
Where you'll see one of us streaming video games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just been experimenting right now, just getting it off the ground. So I basically have been having private conversations with my mic on and then realizing that that's happening and then dumping the footage. So you never know what you might overhear.
Yeah.
But what's up there probably doesn't have any audio. We're gonna start experimenting, and
There you go.
in the weeks to come, just kind of building
you're
audience. So
playing
join us
You're playing Spider-Man
right now. I don't know if you've heard. I'm playing Spider-Man
Yeah.
2. Marvel Spider-Man 2, and a little bit of my Fortnite dailies when I get a chance as well.
Actually, hop on there. See how he plays Fortnite and see how different it is than
You're gonna be like, what is going on? What is happening? What is he
Why
doing?
does he suck?
The thing is, though, it's a completely
Why isn't he
different-
actually playing?
Yeah.
It's a completely different game, and like, I think it's more interesting. To
He
be
plays
honest.
Fortnite like he's playing Animal Crossing.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah,
just
I'm,
Animal Crossing with guns.
Yeah.
I'm just like fishing. I'm building. Like I'm harvesting materials and just completing challenges while trying not to get killed. Yeah.
Do you have any socials you want to shout out, Diango? You want the people to follow you?
Yeah. Follow me on the Instagram, Diango with _O_. Check it out. I post a lot there, so
How does that work? Diango _O_.
Diango.
yeah, just like that.
Yeah, and then there's just an underscore after.
Just an underscore after.
And there's nothing after the
There's
underscore.
nothing after.
Okay.
It's open-ended. I like
Diango.
it.
And are you still running that company?
I am.
You want to shout
I
out
am.
that company or throw shade at it?
Shout out
Whatever you wanna
Ensign's
do?
Cabinets. All right,
What's
we
it
need-
called?
Ensign's Cabinets.
Incest cabinet.
No.
Enzo?
Ensign's.
Ensign.
Like licencia, like the beginning.
Oh, incense.
incense. Okay,
Incense.
like that
Okay.
candle over there.
Okay. Oh, there's,
Oh,
they
oh.
can't see that there's a candle.
And
over there.
you called it that?
No, actually, Christian did that.
Oh, another last name.
Another last name.
Danny, wrap it up in post.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
All right,
it.
and that's time.
Okay.
I'll see you next week.
Wait, don't cut the feed. I'm gonna spoil Spider-Man 2 right now.
No, stop. Turn it off right now.
At the end.